The idea of shadow self was popularized by the psychiatric and psychoanalyst Carl Jung. It's composed of parts of yourself that you reject. They are in your personality, but you are blind to them because you don't want to see them. The shadow is dark because we are made of both light and dark aspects. However, it is part of who we are, and we can't be afraid of ourselves. As kids, we are born whole and complete, but this wholeness is short-lived. The shadow is born in our childhood as byproduct of certain interaction we had with people that are closest to us. When we depend on our caregiver for survival, we suppress the aspects that are disapproved and we exaggerate the aspects that are approved. For example, imagine a 5-year-old boy who is very much in touch with his feelings. He's sensitive and emotional. Something happened and he gets mad and cries. In response, his dad says, "Stop crying like a little boy, be a man." His dad believed that crying is bad, so he suppressed his son's emotion. As a result, later he pushes this gentle and sensitive side of himself into the shadow and began acting tough. As adult, he has trouble feeling things and will not show his emotion even when it's required. Because of that, he struggled in his relationships, never allowing himself to be fully seen. So, how do we actually do the shadow work? It's about bringing the unconscious man to our conscious awareness. This is something the psychoanalytic theorists like Jung and Freud valued as important to maintaining psychological health. It's typically done with a Socratic approach, questioning and exploration. This untitled asking objective questions that evoked critical thinking and a review of all story and belief we hold about ourselves. The benefits of shadow work are tapping into your intuition, feeling yourself, freeing yourself from the unconscious shadow, and empowering yourself and accepting your strengths. Taking a step toward self-actualization. Would you like to try it for yourself? Click on the link below to book your free session with me. So now I would like to talk about Neuro-Linguistic programming. Neuro-Linguistic programming, or NLP, provide practical ways in which you can change the way that you think, view past events, and approach your life. Neuro-linguistic programming shows you how to take control of your mind and therefore your life. Unlike psychoanalysts, which focus on why, NLP is very practical and focused on how. NLP works from the starting point that you may not control much in your life, but you can always take control of what goes in your head. Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are not things that are or that you have, but things that you do. Their cause can often be very complicated, involving, for instance, comments or beliefs from your parents or teacher, or events that you have experienced. NLP show you how you can take control of this belief and influences. Using mind techniques such as visualization, you can change the way that you think and feel about the past event, fears, and even phobias. As the co-creator of NLP, Richard Bandler, say, you can't control what happened, but you can always control how to deal with it. Likewise, if you believe that you have been given something that will make you feel better, you often do get better. This is a placebo effect. What boils this down is that if you believe you can do something, you probably can. But you can also challenge limiting beliefs and change whether you believe you can do something by asking yourself questions like, how do I know I can't do that? Who said that to me? May they have been wrong? All this and many tools and techniques are used in NLP, and I will give you a brief example. Many of us will admit to having a critical voice in our head that pop up at inopportune moments and says things like, you couldn't possibly do that, or that sounds way too difficult for someone like you. Next time you hear this critical voice, imagine sounding silly, maybe like Donald Duck or Tweety Pie. And notice the change, the way that you regard this voice of wisdom. So, in conclusion, NLP is a very powerful technique based on the power of your mind. Some may call it mind tricks, but by using these techniques and author, I can guide you in the process of learning to take control of your mind and how to respond to the world. You may not be able to control the world, but you can control how you react about it. Book your free session with me to transform your everyday life and take control of your life.